What it do, familiar? It's your boy Taxi PNG, and we're back at it again with yet another one. Today we're going to be retouching some photos using my retouching pack. So if you picked up this pack, then you kind of might be wondering, how do I use it? And if you haven't picked up this pack, then I'll show you what you're missing out on. So let's hop right into it. So this right here is my retouching pack. If you guys don't know how to get to it, hold on, I'm going to go ahead and start the screen recording. So when you guys download the retouching pack, what you want to do is you want to go to Window. You want to make sure that your Actions tab is selected. When you hit Window, hit Actions, it's going to pop up right here. After you've downloaded it, I have all the instructions down below to show you guys how to download it once you get the pack. If you're in the Patreon, you get it for a little bit cheaper, you know what I'm saying? And as you guys can see, okay, so we have a sharpened mask, we got an 18-bit. So you guys are like, oh my God, what does all this mean? So first thing I want to start off with, we're going to do frequency separation. We want to make sure that we're selecting the right image, right? So we have this image right here on this background layer. We're going to go up here to File, we're going to go to Image, and we're going to go to Mode, right? So when you hover over Mode, it's going to tell you what kind of image you have. So when you hover over Mode, you'll be able to see it has 16-bit channels selected. That means that you are currently editing on a 16-bit image. If you have an 8-bit image, then you're going to select that. But if you have a 16-bit image, you already have a 16-bit image. So now go back to your Actions tab. You can hit 16-bit image, right? So let me open up an image in Lightroom and show y'all even better. Show y'all better than I can tell y'all. All right, boom. This image right here, we're going to go ahead and base edit it in Lightroom. We're going to go up on the shadows a bit, just like so. I'm going to go down on the saturation a little bit on that orange, but up on the luminance, down on the luminance, make her a little bit more chocolate with it, right? Just like so. I'm going to go up on my texture, so that way I'm going to be pulling away from that texture later on the skin. Go up to like there is probably pretty good. Now I'm going to go ahead and go back to this image. I'm going to right click. I'm going to go edit in Photoshop. Now, once we open this image in Photoshop, we want to go ahead and go to our Actions tab. If your Actions tab isn't already selected, you want to go up here to the top where it says Window and then make sure Actions is checked. And then your pack is going to open up. If you guys have picked up my retouching pack, I appreciate y'all and I love y'all. And if y'all are part of the Discord, the PNG culture, I love y'all. Or the Patreon, I love y'all. So you guys will see, go up here to Mode. So now you can see what image you're going to be working on. You want to do frequency separation, go to Image, go to Mode, and it's going to show you, okay, this, boom, 16-bit. So we're going to go ahead and go back. We're going to go to this image. We're going to hit 16-bit. There we go. So after we duplicate the layer, that first layer on that background layer, you can't edit on that background layer because it's locked. It has a little lock right there. So you want to go Command J, add you an extra layer, and then you want to hit the action, right? So once you start the action, it's gonna go. I usually like going over the lips or over the eyes to kind of see what kind of texture I want to have, and then you kind of like just pick the number of the Gaussian blur that you feel like looks best for her skin. I feel like usually around like 6 or 7 looks like the best for the skin. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit OK, just like so. So now it created all these different layers down here. You guys are probably like, oh my gosh, what is this, right? So this right here is the brush layer. This layer is gonna be a layer if you're playing around and trying to add makeup to your subject. You're trying to like make them look a little more or trying to add some contour or different things like that to like add that extra I'm gonna show you guys that in a minute. This right here is the high frequency texture and this is the high frequency copy. So this one right here, I'm gonna show you guys. So if you hide this right here, it's gonna create this blur, right? So with this blur, you want to go and you're going to grab this layer right here, the makeup layer, the brush on layer. But before you do this, the first thing that you want to do is you want to go to your high frequency layer up here to be able to remove any blemishes. We can go ahead and hide the action right now. Remove any blemishes that you see onto the skin. So I'm going to go ahead and remove this. Just like so. Remove any blemishes and kind of like just when you remove them, place them next to, what kind of looks like the same type of skin, the same texture, so that when you go ahead and do everything else next, it all looks right. There we go, just like that. Just like that. Just like that. And in the world of AI, yes, it's cool to have those things, but bro, like I personally don't like paying a subscription fee all the time. So that's just kind of me, you know what I'm saying? Like paying for the subscription fee to be able to have the AI, the software is great. You know what I'm saying? I'm not pooping on it or nothing like that. If you got the cheese, go crazy. I just know that I personally do not have the cheese to be paying for a software to use when I have, the $20 a month that I pay for Photoshop already. So it's like, why not learn it or get to know it myself, right? What do you do, familiar? I've been getting a lot of questions about how do I retouch my photos? How do I retouch my photos outside of AI? Is my job gonna get stolen by AI? How can I save my job, right? So AI has been a really big thing, and it's been very easy to use AI to edit and do things like that. But the amount of money that's going to take for you to constantly keep up with that, you're paying for credits and different things. You're paying a monthly subscription, or you're paying per image that you export. This thing begins to, you're basically paying a retoucher to retouch your images for you. Yes, it's making your life a lot easier, but if you already have a subscription service to, Photoshop and Lightroom, why would you not want to try to utilize those to the max of their potential if you're already spending $20 a month on this one software? Why not buy something and be one and done? Get you something that can be one and done. So I created a retouching pack for you guys to be one and done. You can cop this pack at taxipng.com. I'll put a link down below as well for you guys. And if you're in the Patreon, you get a little bit off. You know what I'm saying? You get a little bit cheaper. You know what I'm saying? But today we're going to be diving into this retouching pack and how I utilize it. I use this for most of my branding clients. If you guys don't know, I'm Taxi PNG. I'm a branding photographer based in Florida. But I'm going to dive deeper into this. So let's go ahead and get into the video. So I'm gonna handle that after. So I'm gonna go ahead and get right with the skin. I usually recommend before you even start this layer, kind of do all of your prepping and pre-prepping and generative fill and all that stuff. But we're directly talking about the retouching pack and how to use it, all right, in particular. So I'm gonna go back down to here where it says high frequency textures, right? And on here, this is where you can kind of smooth over the skin as well. But I'm going to go ahead and create some type of contour on her skin. I'm going to hide this layer. I'm going to go to this layer right here. I'm going to go to my dropper or my color picker, or whatever we call it. Where is it at? Where is it at? Where you at? Where you at, buddy? There you go. Color picker. I'm going to go ahead and pick this color right here. Just like so. I'm going to go ahead and go to my mixer brush tool. I'm going to make my brush a little bit bigger. I'm going to go down. I could go down to the opacity of this layer, but I was okay. I think it's pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and brush on here. Hold on. Can make it a little bit smaller. Back up a little bit. Hold on. Come on. I didn't mean to hit that. Man, Z. There we go. And what we can do is, you see how I changed the opacity of this layer? I have it on like 446. And I can just paint right up in here. Just like so. And I can go ahead and go to, if I hold, dang, I forgot which button is it for the picker. It's I. So if I hold I can go ahead and select the next color. So you guys can use that for a keyboard shortcut. Next color, hit there. Then I'm gonna hit B to go back to my mixer brush tool. And then push a little bit more, just like so. If you guys can see, you see that right there? Yep, right? Okay. And this is the layer underneath the skin. So when I put this away, you guys see that. But when I put the layer back, you see that. You see it? So now you guys see that's the layer in between the skin. So imagine it like a sandwich. It's kind of like a sandwich in between the layers of skin. You have a skin with the texture, like the very, very top. You have one with that underneath texture. Then you have one with the color. And then you have one with the low frequency, like underneath that skin. So there's multiple, like the undertone, the things of that nature, right? So you guys are able to see all of those. Like if you can see right here, if we take this away, you see how I have a layer that boost the texture so that way it makes the pores look more like potent and like a higher quality, right? So that's when you hide that, it shows that bottom layer down there so you guys be able to see that. So that's just showing you guys what's underneath this layer right here. So that's why these extra pores are popping so much more, right? I'll show you guys, hold on. All right, so now we're gonna put this back just like so, just to show you guys nice and quickly how it looks, just like so with it back. And now we can go here onto this high frequency layer and we can get our mixer brush tool as well to be able to blend in, or we can go with the mask, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and change to that black and white, just like so. I'm gonna use this to blend in onto the skin, just like so. When you guys close it, turn it off, you guys can turn it on, turn it off, turn it on, turn it off, turn it on, turn it off, turn it on, and you can see how it is working. Get up in there. And to make it go less, you guys, you can turn your opacity down also as well. I like to go the direction of the skin. So like if this contour is like going this direction, if her, her eyes are going this direction, so we want to smooth along with the eyes, along the direction that the eyes are going. Even if we go back here to this layer and we want to paint some more on there, I'm gonna go ahead and hit my eye to select the color, make my brush smaller, And I'm gonna go ahead and brush right in here so I can get some of that more of that. Y'all see it coming? Just like so. If I want to get all of this like here, just like that. Right? I can do the same thing over here. But I'm gonna hit I so I can pick that color. And I'm pulling that like that. So at this point, you're basically hit I again, get this little goldish vibe right here on the nose. Hit I again. I'm going around in this bottom layer, basically painting how I want it to look. Just like so. I'm hovering over the eye. See this all right here is one color. All just like so. Exactly how I want it to look. Just like so. Going here. Same vibe. Same thing up here. You could go ahead and change and help this out. You see how it's like looking a little dry. You could push that back as well. All with that color. Right? Now we go up to this top layer right here. Change our mixer back to the black. You can have it between black and white. To be able to mix it. Hold on, sorry. To be able to mix and blend it in there. Just like so. Go up. Be able to blend in all these lines right on top. This exact same thing that you just cooked in. So now we turn it off, on, off, on, off, on, off, on. But you can get very surgical with this. So the main time that I use these, like I tell you guys, is literally for branding shoots where my clients are a little bit more, you know, high ticketed. I'm gonna go here and move this. But when my clients are a little bit more high ticketed, when they're a higher profile client, they may need a little bit more, hold on. They may need a little bit more attention than the norm. So I would usually use those clients. Hold on, I'm going to blend this in there right there. This is supposed to be a quick tutorial, bro. I'm out here cooking. Like I'll be telling myself I'm about to do a quick tutorial, and then I get in here and then it don't be no quick tutorial, bro. I'd be like, it's gonna be a quick tutorial. It don't be no quick tutorial. That's like that color in between the two colors to kind of blend them two together. There you go. The mixer brush tool is really like a big ass paintbrush, bro. For real. I don't like this dark spot right here. I want to get rid of that. Go smaller. There we go. I like this gold right here. Hold the eye. There you go. If I want to put some more eyeshadow on there, I can. In between I and B. I. Go underneath there like that. Command 0 to see where we've gotten. You see what I'm saying? We getting there. You see where we've gotten so far. So the reason that she has this still in her head, you guys, is because I didn't properly prep the image. So before you touch it, before you put any of this extra like skin retouching pack, before you even touch the pack, bro, get their skin together. All right. That was my one thing that I did do wrong in this one was I didn't properly prep her skin, right? But as you guys can see, it's contouring it. Let me see. So I feel like I want to fix this part right here. So I want to go here. I'm gonna go up. I'm gonna hit I, color in the middle, and blend these two together more. There we go. Alright, there we go. And just blending those two colors together. Just like so. Grab that color right here. Don't be afraid to make your thing smaller, y'all. There we go. See how this is a different color right here than this? Try to stay within those same colors because each is separated, right? So each skin part is all separated. There you go. So I do all of that. Cool. Y'all see it? Y'all see it, right? And then what I'll do is I'll go on top of this and I'll hit opacity and I'll come either down or up with the opacity. So obviously this is not how you want it to look. I will go down on the opacity, just like so. So now it blends even more evenly. So you can play around with it like how you want. So you can see how much added do you want. You know what I'm saying? To blend it in more, blend it in less. So I kind of like it like that a little bit right there. You see, very nice and slide, very nice and slide. And we do the same thing down here as well. I would have removed a lot of these first, but you know what I'm saying? You could kind of play around with it too. Go up, option, to kind of blend it a little bit. All right, so I feel like y'all get the gist of what I'm doing, right? Okay, y'all get the gist of it, right? I'm about to waste y'all time. I'm sorry. Let me know, bro. If y'all want more, bro, hit the Patreon, bro. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm wasting y'all time right now because we had 15 minutes and y'all probably like, damn, bro, hurry up. All right, so the next thing in the pack, also, you guys, I'm gonna close this off, just like so. I'll close this off. I'm gonna go Command E to merge all that together, so now you guys can see that new image. And now I'm gonna go ahead and I can still kind of mess with stuff and remove stuff. Move this over here, just like so. Move this over here, just like so. Hold on. There we go. Select this. I used to like really sit and like redo these, but now I kind of play around with generative fill to see if generative fill could like, you know, help me out. Yeah. So let's see what it does. Bet. All right, cool. Literally love that. Love that. There you go. That's amazing. Yeah, see, that first one looks nice and real. All right, bet. We can right click, merge down, just like so. And now we go ahead and open up our actions window once again. So all we got to do is go back up here and make sure actions is checked, window, actions. And now we could play around with the teeth as well. I have a teeth whitening on here. You can do some teeth whitening. You can do eye whitening. Sometimes people have red eyes. It's not a really good example for somebody with red eyes, but this one's pretty straight. You can go literally right into here. It gives you the brush to use. It's masked out, and now you can go into here and you can physically yourself go and whiten the eyes. So I literally go into here and like to have my flow. You guys can see my settings and stuff like that. And I like to just whiten the eyes up. If you turn this off and on, you can see the difference between the eyes. And you can manually do this yourself. I do these, bro, I'm telling y'all, these are for the higher ticket clients. You know what I'm saying? You guys can, not everybody needs this. Not every single photo shoot requires this. But when you're doing some really nice headshots and you want them to really like pop and you want to, you know, make it look, give it a difference. You see that? You want this. You want to be able to use something that's going to allow you to be able to up the quality of your photos for your clients, because now they're going to want to come back. Don't go too OD. Don't go too crazy. Just kind of blend it a little bit. Just make it enough. Command 0 to back out. You can see that, boom, just like so, right? I'm going to go ahead and hit on here once again, and I'm going to go ahead and hit teeth whitening, right? I'm creating a mask on a mask. So what I have to do is I have to go these two, Command G, make those a group. I'm going to go ahead and merge down after we get it the way that we want. Merge down. All right, we got the brighter eyes and we got the better hair. Cool. Now we're going to go ahead and go to teeth whitening. And it's going to put that teeth whitening on there as well. It's kind of like the same idea with the eyes, but it just has different color blends. And you're going to kind of do the same thing with that teeth. Just go in through there. It already kind of gives you the mask that you want. So just kind of go through there. I try to get the little things that I try to think that would look bad from like regular teeth, like any form of yellow, any form of orange. What you want to do is you want to back out every single time you do something. You want to see before, after. You see how it's a very slight difference? Very slight difference, just like so. And you can change the opacity on it too and play around with it if you want to make it look a little bit more realistic. Just like that. These are the little things like this. This is for those technical. This is for my technical photographers, bro. My dogs who get technical in the field, all right? Those who, you know what I'm saying, do the things that others don't do, all right? Merge down. Selective to Command E. All right, and then before, after, before, after, before, after. You're seeing the skin and everything too. Right, and cool. Another action that we have is a natural noise, which kind of gives like the skin that natural. It gives it a little bit of extra texture. I could show y'all that one. So we have natural noise. We click on it, and it gives that natural noisy grain to it. It's kind of like an overlay a little bit. And then what you want to do is you can change the opacity of this. So I would change the opacity down a bit. Let's say, for example, what I would do is I would have the natural noise on there that gives that extra grain to the skin. And then I would take my mixer, my brush tool, right? And I would go around the parts that don't need the grain. Like for example, the hair, I would pop out the hair just like so. So now the skin looks like it's more textured than it really is. You see what I'm saying? So now all of this just like so. Now the skin looks way more textured than it actually is. Hit everything around. I work in layers, so I just like build up. And yeah. I do merge a lot of layers. You guys are probably like, oh my God, but I can't go back. I mean, hey, I'm a permanent worker. I don't know. I'm showing y'all what I do. I can't show y'all what everybody else does or what's right for everyone else. I can literally only show y'all what I do. Like I can only show y'all what I do, bro. There we go. Different. I don't need this part right here. I don't need her glove. On here. That natural grain. This is just what I do, bro. I'm just saying, once again, this is what I do. This gives it that simulation of extra quality. This gives it that simulation that it's, you know, a higher quality than it really is. Like it's just this is my like simulation hack. I'm giving y'all a game right now, bro. I love that I give out free game, but I'd be like, damn, man, like I be giving y'all a sauce. Ain't nobody gonna watch this video though, so it's straight. I be giving out these sauce, man. The stuff that I learned that I had that people were trying to make me pay for, man. Like what? Some people were trying to make me pay for. Trying to make me drop that bag for. Alright, so once you got the majority of all of that done, I really go over the hair and everything. The lips don't be needing it. I take it off the lips, take it off the mouth and everything. This doesn't have to be done in no shape, form, or order, you guys. This is not the exact order in which you have to do any of this, alright? So you take it off. Before, after, before, after, before, after, before, after, before, after, before, after, before, after. This gives it that extra darkness. And you could even go on here and you can change to the white and it'll do the same thing, just a lighter version. So if you guys see when I turn it off and then on, it has that lighter version. So hold on. So that white will go backwards on like the black. It's like low-key like an eraser, so you guys can see. You guys see how that white made it brighter? Yeah, you see that? So you can kind of go over the highlights with the white, and you can go over the blacks where the dark parts are, just like so, with the black, right? Cool. Let me know if y'all understand this, bro. Like it's hard when like I use something and I do it, and it's hard trying to like explain how I do what I do. So I'm gonna go ahead, click these two, hold Command. I'm gonna go Command E, merge them two together, another layer, right? See before, after, you see the whole thing. It's like, whoa, right? Popping, face busting, right? Now I'm going to go ahead. I did the skin retouching. If you don't want a crazy hard version of like using one of these, you don't have to use either of these. You could use the like layer 1 skin retouch as well. So when you're on layer, like when you have your first one, right? So let's say for example, all right, Command J, layer 1 masking. There we go. You have to use the layer 1 masking when you first get in. Like when you try to use it later, bro, I done did too much other stuff inside of that layer, so it gets a little confusing a little bit. But layer 1 masking, boom, it puts it on this group. You go right here. You're gonna go ahead and make sure you have that white selected, and you can go right into the skin after you've retouched it. So this is the idea of you went on layer 1 and you started retouching. You removed her blemishes and everything like this, right? Let's say you've removed all these different things. You've gotten them out of the way, right? Just like so. Pull them all out of the way. You've done everything you're supposed to do. I wouldn't usually remove that because it's like a beauty mark, right? All of these things are removed on layer 1. You do all your retouching on layer 1. Layer 1 is that retouch layer. You retouch all on layer 1, all right? And then you go up to here, and this is a folder, so it has multiple stuff in there, but you don't got to touch that, all right? You literally just go right here where this part is. You go ahead to your brush. You make sure you got that white on there. You're going to go ahead down. You make sure your opacity pretty straight, right? My opacity is at 26, and I can go ahead and just smooth this all on over. Because my opacity at 26 is pretty low, it's pretty nice, it's pretty chill. And when I smooth, I go the same direction as her skin color. So if this skin color is going like swoop, 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 I'm going the same direction. I'm not going across. I'm going same direction as her face, right? Just like so. So it's going to smooth it out, but still give me some texture to it as well. So when you hit like so, you see it before, after. This is before, looking a little separated. After, it's looking a lot more. It gives you that skin texture, that grain, right? Going all up inside of here, all these little parts, hitting on that nose, coming in here as well, hitting up this little piece right here. I'm hitting all the parts that I feel need a little bit of extra love in. Don't be afraid to change your opacity throughout too, because some parts might need more opacity than others. Some may need a little bit less. There we go, right here, like so. I go Command 0. Now you guys will be able to see before, after, before, after, before, after, before, after, before, after, before, after. Y'all see what's going on, ain't it? Yeah. So this is from using the one right here that says layer 1 skin texture retouch, right? So you guys can see how that came out. That's nice. And then you could also do the same thing on the standard background layers. Let's go ahead and open up one of these images. I'm gonna go ahead and go Command C so I can copy her. Boom. Come down. And I'm gonna show y'all this the last one before this video closes. Right click, edit in Photoshop. Right. Opening with Photoshop. Make sure our actions are on. And Photoshop, boom. And now we're gonna, this is the background layer. You have one that's for the background layer skin texture, right? Boom, you're gonna hit right off of the background layer. All these, they tell you what to do, what layer you should be on. Background layer, you should be on the background layer before you hit that. Boom, now you're off the background layer. You go ahead and get your texture right here. This is if you were retouching on the background layer, and then you need to go ahead and smooth over that skin, right? You want to do it all yourself in Photoshop. You don't want to have to do it later, right? Go ahead and smooth over that skin, background layer. Now you can smooth over that skin. Same thing I can tell you guys, go with it, go with it, go with it, go with her skin. Go follow it, follow it. Follow the directions that her skin goes. Follow the directions that her skin goes, right? Command zoom out. Before, after, before, after. You see it, you see it. Look. Before, after, and you can get as surgical as you want with this, you guys. Then you can do the back. There's a background cleanup action as well. If you guys want me to go a lot more deeper into any one of these, let me know. But yeah, make sure you pick up the package. I'm gonna put the link down below. Check that thing out. I think it's like 20 bucks right now. I may run a sale just because, might make it 10. I don't know yet, but I need some type of revenue to be able to help me continue to, go with this content creation, because I don't make money off of it. So yeah, until next time. Taxi. If you're serious about leveling up your photography and content creation, make sure to join PNG Culture, you guys, over on Discord and Patreon. We talk in the Discord community every single day, just helping each other level up our photography and just get better at content creation overall. It's more than just about photography itself. We actually talk about real world problems, real life problems, and just navigating mental health and a whole bunch of different things that come with this entrepreneurship journey, you guys. And then also make sure to check out the Patreon if you guys want a deeper dive on my editing process. Whether you see something really cool on Instagram on my feed and want to know exactly how I did it, I drop the tutorials inside of there. I do different composition editings, like different composites and different things like that. VFX, we also do one-on-one calls in there. Anybody that's in there that's a premium member can get one-on-one calls and one-on-one access to me. I do business growth tips and different help. I just honestly give out all of my knowledge that I have that I'm not able to give out on YouTube. For those that want to dive a little bit deeper and are more serious, I give all of that out on the Patreon channel. So I hope to see you there. Until next time, taxi.
So long, farewell to you, my friends. Goodbye for now. Until we meet again, I say so long, farewell to you, my friends.